Hi everyone, I'm Savannah with GhostDancer Radio with a new release from O.T.H titled Rocky Mountain Country Band, and it drops now.
Gather around the fire, let the embers burn down low. Got a tale from the high peaks where the bitter winds blow. Southwest shadow stretching long across the canyon land, the whispered myth of the Rocky Mountain Country Band. They don't ride for silver, they don't ride for gold, they ride for the rhythm, or so the story's told. Back in 1889, up the Colorado spine, 5 outlaws on the run, leaving all their sins behind. Traded in their 6 guns for a fiddle and a bass. Found salvation in a song, found a rhythm in the chase. They played the mining camps, played the dusty old saloons, underneath the bloody glow of the territorial moons. But a posse tracked them down in a blizzard at the pass, left them frozen in the snow, buried under ice and glass. They said the music died that night up on the Great Divide, but legends never perish, they just take a different ride. Now when the thunder rolls across the Sangre de Cristos and the fog rolls thick where the wild Arkansas River flows, you can hear the phantom tuning, you can feel the heavy kick. The afterlife is calling and the rhythm's getting thick. Here comes the Rocky Mountain Country Band, spirits of the outlaw drifting through the land, with a phantom steel guitar and a ghostly vocal cry. They're playing for the sinners underneath the starry sky, from the desert to the peaks where the living meet the dead, bringing music to the fans just like the prophecy said. Yeah, the Rocky Mountain Country Band rides tonight. Spitting bars of Americana, shifting in the astro gear. It's a hardcore country rap, dropping heavy in your ear. Ghostly stagecoach, rolling wheels made of burning fire, taking up the frequency, climbing high, getting high. Southwest adventure rolling through the New Mexico brush, leaving tumbleweed spinning in the supernatural rush. They got a skeletal drummer beating out a dead man's groove, making every single soul in the cemetery move. It's an outlaw resurrection, an acoustic apparition, fulfilling out the terms of their eternal ghost commission. Here comes the Rocky Mountain Tree Band, spirits of the outlaw drifting through the land, with a phantom steel guitar and a ghostly vocal cry. They're playing for the sinners underneath the starry sky, from the desert to the peaks where the living meet the dead, bringing music to the fans just like the prophecy said. Yeah, the Rocky Mountain Country Band rise tonight. No grace can hold the grit of an outlaw's final chord. They bypassed the devil, took a detour around the Lord. It's a mashup of the ages, boots stomping on the clouds, playing to the empty plains and the non-existent crowds. Hear the rosin on the bow, hear the scraping on the strings. It's the beautiful destruction that the phantom chorus bring. I was driving down a highway just west of Trinidad. Radio was crackling, reception getting bad. Midnight on the dashboard, headlights piercing through the black. When a spectral tour bus materialized upon the track, I pulled onto the shoulder, couldn't hardly catch my breath. Witnessing the ultimate symphony of life and death. The front dipped his steps and faded right into the mist. Left the burn of concert ticket burning in my trembling fist. They ain't looking for a label, ain't looking for a dime, just stealing back the stages from the ravages of time. Here come the Rocky Mountain Country Band, spirits of the outlaw drifting through the land with a phantom steel guitar and a ghostly vocal pride. They're playing for the sinners underneath the starry sky. From the desert to the peaks where the living meet the dead, bringing music to the fans just like the prophecy said. Yeah, the Rocky Mountain Country Band, they ride tonight. Yeah, they ride tonight. Shadows in the canyon, echoes in the pines. The Rocky Mountain Country Band, listen to the wind